what are your tips for exhibitors when it comes to following up with potential customers that they've met? And what do you, so like you get them there, right? How do you, give me like your overview of what should happen. You get their information. How do you get the information? How do you follow up? I know you want to make them excited about your product, but how do you make sure that the people that you meet, you have the best opportunity to convert into a paying customer?
Well, you've made a great point. We got them there. We somehow captured the lead, right? Or in your case, they called and now you have the contact information. Most of the work is done, right? I mean, that's huge.
Mhm.
We've just had somebody walk into our door, so to speak. Now we're the only ones that can blow this, right? Okay, rule number one. And this is the same whether you're a car salesman, a carpet salesman, it doesn't matter. Rule number one, after you've done all that, you've done as much presentation as possible, okay? Rule number one, never call a prospect back without new information. When you have new information, you're not a telemarketer. You're not somebody wasting your time. When you have new information, you're somebody that's giving them something they need, okay? So in 1980, long before you were born, I sold cars for a year, right? And this is when I developed this never call a customer back without new information. So if somebody came into a car dealership, I had done the research and I knew that about 65% of the people that walked into a car dealership would buy a car within 3 days because it's such a big deal for people to walk in. So rule number one, never call them back without new information. So ring, ring, ring. Hey, this is Rodney here at Bob Sellers. I'm so sorry to call you, but I'm really sorry. I forgot to tell you. Oh, I'm so sorry. I just feel like a fool. I forgot to tell you that 240X Nissan gets 27 miles per gallon when the windows are closed. Now, when they're open, it only gets 26 and a half. But if you really want to make book, just close the windows, 27. Did you know that? I know I forgot to tell. I am so sorry. And by the way, I also forgot to tell you that the glove box has lifetime sealed bearings. It will never go bad. It will have whatever it is. You see what I mean? New information. So rule number one, after you have the prospect, after you have the contact information, never call them back without new information. New information makes you their friend. You just did them a favor. Totally opposite of if a telemarketer calls me, okay? So that's the first rule. Then the second thing is to have a plan, all right? So for example, here at the New Flat Rate, when we get to that point, we have a prospect, somebody that has shown interest, has given us their contact information, okay, and they want to pursue the idea of, do we want to use menu pricing in our business? Okay, then they're going to go into a loop and they're automatically going to get 7 touches. I mean, it's a process. The process is there. It's going to happen. They're going to immediately be sent a copy of my book, which is Why Won't They Pay Me What I'm Worth? They're immediately going to get a copy of that. Then they're going to get, then they'll get certain emails. Then typically they're going to get lumpy mail. Okay. They're going to get, usually, if we're still doing it, they're going to get a package of lifesavers and the message, hey, we want to throw you a lifesaver. Can we help you? Or maybe a gummy worms or something, hey, don't get bogged down. Don't overchew it or something like whatever. In other words, it's a completely planned out process during that time that they're going to get those touches. And then somewhere in there, they're going to get the call with new information, et cetera, et cetera. Point is, we've spent all the money, done all the work, attracted them to our booth or whatever. Now, how can we make their experience continue to be friendly good feeling, warm and fuzzy? How can we make their experience with us continue to be warm and fuzzy while enticing curiosity and offering new information?